tiny little painting with me, I I have this like weird scrap of paper. Okay, I'm gonna tape this down. I have this weird scrap of paper, so I just keep cutting these tiny pieces out to make little paintings. Okay, when you are not using a watercolor block, it's really helpful to tape down your paper. I take masking tape. You can't see it, but I'm putting it on my pants. Listen. And then I rip it off my pants because then it gets a little bit of fuzz on it and it's a little less likely to tear when you take it off. These are my hands. This is how small this paper is. All right, so I'm going to tape it up. I have spritzed, but I'll do it again. Listen, I'm spritzing my watercolors. I'm going to be doing, see, they're kind of shiny. They're going to be ready in just a moment. I'm going to be doing the kind of landscape that I used to paint a lot of, where there are white lines between each section. And when you paint that way, you can complete a whole watercolor painting without worrying about waiting for things to dry. My daughter may come in. You may hear me talking to a cat. You may hear all sorts of things, but that's what's exciting about it being live. Really, I need to be doing something else. I need to be painting, gluing down, assembling some paintings for a show that starts tomorrow. But instead I'm doing this because this feels more fun. All right, there's my tiny little painting. Do I have a pencil? Listen, this came out of the blue. I just decided, hey, I should go live. And I did it without thought and without preparation. It's kind of how I roll sometimes. I'm going to find something round here. This is a lid to my bleed proof white. And I'm going to draw a very light pencil line. All right, so I'm making a sun. That's a sun. Once you paint over, can I make this any closer? Oh, I can. Once you put watercolor paint over pencil, you cannot erase it. Sometimes watercolor paint is dark enough to cover a line, depending on how dark you made it. Sometimes it's not. So I don't usually draw. Hold on, let me get a business card. I need something, here we go. I need something straight. I'm gonna use the edge of a card. So the way that I am painting these, nope, that's not gonna work. The way that I'm painting these means I will be leaving these white lines. You'll see in a second. So I can just kind of paint around these lines. So I'm going to make like rays of the sun. So here's the sun. And then I should really put my reading glasses on. Okay, I'm going to make a line there. Make a line there. And kind of like that. Okay. And then like that. And like that. Did that drop? There we go. And all right, so I'm imagining some like mountains here. Yeah, that's probably good. And then maybe I'll do another layer below. Don't need to figure that out yet. I don't want those lines to be quite so dark. So I'm gonna just gently erase, but I'm also gonna try not. Can we still see my circle? Kinda. Can kinda still see it. All good, all good. When I have finished painting and it's completely dry, I'll go back and erase these out. So I start from the top and work my way down so I don't risk having my hand in the paint, which I've done probably hundreds of times. I'm going to be using this size 4 round brush. A size 6 round brush would work fine for this, or a smaller one too, because this is such a tiny painting. A round brush is great because you can use the pointy tip or the body of the brush. I just want a bunch of yellows and oranges up top. So I'm going to clear out one of the squares in my palette and just mix a yellow with a pink and then use that as my base color and go from there. I'm mixing some Naples yellow with some permanent rose. I don't really like this color, but whatever, we'll go with it. And I'm going to start right here. I'm holding my brush point down and I have to be very careful. I will tell you a secret, which is when I was painting all of these, which was mostly what I painted in 2018, 2019, I painted them for quite a while. If I messed something up and I did not keep the white lines, which I promise you will see in just a moment, I would go back in with a gel pen. This is not, I would go in with a white gel pen of this brand. It's an Uniball Signo. Oh, here we go. This brand. It probably won't focus on that, but I have white ones. And I could I could draw in clear white lines if I needed to after the fact. Okay, I'm going to add some car yellow to the same orange color that I just used because I want it to be different. And now you'll see. Okay, so I'm leaving a line, which once I erase, which you're not going to get to see because it will take too long to dry, but once I erase the lines, it'll just be a neat, it's just a stylistic choice. Like I said, if you were trying to paint different colored rays without the watercolor drying, they would all just bleed into each other and it would just be a big mess. So white space when painting watercolors, for me, winner. White space, winner. Have we discussed how when you're being creative, you're using the right side, the right hemisphere of your brain? So sometimes I forget how to talk. So if I forget how to talk, just, just watch me paint. I'm adding more yellow. I am adding a cadmium medium yellow. And I'm going to do, whoa, did I just get a, no, okay. I'm going to do this one. And I have to keep in mind here that I want the bottom of this ray to have a mountain shape so I can paint a mountain. So let's be aware of that. I hope you can hear me. I hope my sound is okay. I made a live video or a video the other day and the sound was really weird. Okay. I don't know if I like that mountain shape. I gotta keep working on that. Here we go. Here comes my daughter. I hear her footsteps. She's gonna ask me if she can have something else to eat. Beep, 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 beep. All right, what should I do here? Maybe something, the way that it's going from lighter to darker, that's not important to me. Here, I mixed some Scarlet Lake, is that what it's called, into the yellow I had for a slightly different colored red. If you decide to paint something like this, just remember, just keep it steady. You can't really mess it up. I'm reading this book that talks about creativity, and the purpose of creativity should not be to become wealthy or, necessarily even make money at all from it, unless that unfolds naturally. The purpose of it should be to add joy to your life, to make your life as a human enjoyable for you. Just follow your interests and do things. That's why I'm doing more YouTube live videos, because I realized these are fun. I like these. Oh, I added some Naples yellow to the color I had. So I'm use the same base color and just keep adding colors to it. And that way I'm pretty confident they will all go together because they all came from the same color palette, and I'm just shifting them slightly each time. And I only have to come up with one more color, and I'll probably just add a lot of yellow and hope for the best. This one is a little tricky. I do have to be careful. That line is not perfectly straight, but life is not perfectly straight. Purple would be an awesome color. Okay. Woo! Okay, good. Now I'm scared, but I'm gonna add some of my sour lemon, which will maybe make this way too bright, but I hope not. Don't want it to look so different from the other colors that it's ridiculous. No, that's fine. Okay. All right, so another mountain on this side, and it's super hard to paint because I have my thing that holds my phone And I can't come in from the other direction. So if you could see my position, you would think that does not look comfortable. And you would be correct. All right, there we go. Yeah. Okay, good. So here are the rays of the sun. I think it would be fun to make the sun like, let's see, I'm adding pink to see if I'm happy. Would that be nice? It's probably not pink enough. Yes, I just put a paint color down that I'm not going to leave, but that's okay because I'm just going to add more pink to it and it will be fine. And everything will go according to plan. Okay. Good morning, Bonnie. It is a Sunday morning. I have already spoken on the phone to my best friend for about an hour and a half because she called me at 6 in the morning because I was texting with her, so she knew I was awake. I have played with my cat. I have frosted a birthday cake. And now I am doing this. All when I should be doing something else, which is preparing paintings for the, they're going to be at a cocktail lounge in a town a few towns away from me. And I have a lot of work. Oh, Christine, hello. Because I can't, I'm trying to both paint and look at my phone. It's very taxing. Yeah, there are other things I should be doing, but I am resolutely not doing them. All right. So now we've got a sun. We've got, what do you think? Purple mountains? I think purple mountains would be good. I don't have a purple in my palette anymore. I only have a lavender, so I'm going to mix some ultramarine blue, which is a very bright blue, and some of that pink color I've been using because I think that'll make a nice, ooh, yeah, that is pretty. And I'm going to try to make, two layers of mountains. So this one will go like this. Yes, I have been very busy this morning. I'm a morning person. Like, talk to me at 3 in the afternoon, you will think, wow, this person has the life or the energy of a sloth. Like, I do not have energy in the afternoon to do things. So this is definitely, I saw an artist one time who was talking about, like, they made a video and it was about how motivated they were at 10 o'clock at night to paint. And I'm like, yeah, I would be long asleep by then. That is not my time. All right, so I'm going to draw the shape of the top edge of the second layer of mountains. So let's just go like this. Okay, now I'll fill it in. And then I'll probably just add some water to the paint that I already mixed to make this. I mean, technically mountains are lighter in the back and darker up front, but this obviously is not supposed to be realistic. Whoops, I'm mixing kind of an orangey color in and that's not working. Maybe I'll make it, no, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna add some blue. Make it a little bit lighter, add some water to it. I just want it to be a slightly different color. That is kind of a different color, but not really. There we go. There you go. Okay. I'm going to try really hard not to mess that up. Okay, I'm concentrating. All right. Okay, we did it. We almost did it. Ta-da! Now I am going to peel the tape off. Usually I would wait until this was totally dry, but you know, for the dramatic effect of seeing close to what the final product would be like, I will do this for you. And I would go back and erase the lines or draw over them with my white gel pen. Peel that off. Now we have an adorable little sunrise over the mountains. And I love painting like this because it's so simple. You're not worrying about like getting the exact shapes or getting shadows or getting any particular thing. It's just supposed to be fun. And it's so tiny that like you could give it to a friend. You could put it up in a cubicle. It's just like a really nice way to add joy to your own life or to someone else's life. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you, Bonnie. I used to love painting like this, and it is still fun for me. And if you do something like this, once it's completely dry, you can go back in and you could draw with a gel pen and make the lines a little smoother. You could erase the pencil, but just a little burst of sunshine for your, oh, it's for June 1st. Happy June 1st, everybody. And thanks for being here.